Is the bug out bag a failed concept? Today, we're going to talk about that. Hey guys, T2 out here, Titan Preparedness channel. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to answer the question, is the bug out bag a failed concept? This is a video response to Huples cat EPL. About a year ago, he put out a series of videos that were based around the YouTube bug out bag. In one of his videos, he loaded a pack down with everything that the YouTube prepper has said that he needed in his bug out bag. He puts it on, he drops to the floor, and he's crawling his way. He's calling for help because this bag weighs so much that he can't even carry it. Then he puts out a video explaining his theory, explaining his concept, and why the bug out bag that the YouTuber prepper says you should build is a failed concept. And to an extent, I agree with him. I agree that we have gotten so far away from the idea of a bug out bag that, yeah, it's almost became either a joke or a failed concept completely. So let's start off with, what is a bug out bag? It is a portable kit that normally contains items one would require to survive for 72 hours when evacuating from a disaster. Some kits are designed to last for longer periods. The focus is on evacuation rather than survival. So a bug out bag is designed for evacuation. It is not designed to pack everything that you ever going to need into a bag and go live out the rest of your days in the woods. Recently, I put out the Titan 10-mile challenge video. And in the comment section, Palmetto Prepared said, hey, look, man, I would love to do your challenge, but personally, I think a bug out bag is a stupid idea. The reason that he does not believe in the bug out bag idea is because of what it has become. Myself and Anthony are both okay with having a bag that has 3 to 5 days worth of gear in it that is going to keep you alive. But when we start talking about taking a bag and going out and surviving in the woods for 6 months to a year to even longer, then the idea becomes a failed concept. Now, one of the reasons why I think the bug out bag concept gets misinformed and misconstrued is because of all the names that are for the same bag. This right here is what I consider my get home bag. It is a bag that sits in my vehicle, and if I ever needed to walk home for whatever reason or to get out of a certain location on foot, I could do it. And this bag, while I call it my get home bag, is technically also a bug out bag. It is a bag that is designed to keep me alive for 3+ days and for me to evacuate the affected area and get home. So by definition, my get home bag is technically a bug out bag. Now this is what I consider my bug out bag. This is a bag that if I had to evacuate my house, I could strap it on my back, and even on foot, I could still put in 10 to 15 miles a day. This bag has enough resources to keep me alive for 3 or more days, and is designed to get from A to B. This is not a end of the world apocalypse survival bag. Now the big difference for me between my get home bag and my bug out bag is the quality of gear that I put into a bag. My get home bag, which some might consider a bug out bag, has a lot of cheap items in it. So for shelter, it's got a Mylar sleeping bag. It has some trash bags. It's got a emergency poncho. So very cheap items. Now that bag sits in my vehicle all day and can easily be stolen by anyone that walks by my vehicle. I don't want to put a bag like this, $200 bag, $100 sleeping bag, a $50 hammock, in the back of my truck for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to see. Now I get told all the time that because I use a hiking bag, because I have a sleeping bag, because I have a good hammock tarp system, that I don't have a bug out bag. I have an inch bag. For those of y'all that don't know, inch bag stands for I'm never coming home. The concept of the bag is that you take your bag, you go hide off in the woods, and you disappear for the rest of your life. That theory is completely flawed. The reason that I think the inch bag idea is one of the dumbest ideas I've ever heard is because if you could do it, you would be doing it now. Instead of paying $1,000 a month on a house or $800 a month on rent, instead of going to your 9 to 5 job, instead of your driving your $30,000 vehicle, you would be living off in the woods for free. That idea, that mentality is definitely flawed. Now, is the bug out bag mentality just as flawed? Not necessarily. Now, I think that if you want to have a bag and have 3 to 7 days worth of supplies to keep you alive in a life threatening situation, yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. Having a bag and having supplies in one centralized location is a great idea. The concept fails when people start overpacking their bags. I say a bug out bag is for 3 to 7 days. Somebody will say, well, what if the event lasts for 3 weeks? What are you going to do then? By that point in time, you should be at a location. You should be at a friend's house. You should be at an apartment. You should be out of the dangerous situation. You're better off in a place with a roof over its head than in the middle of the woods facing the elements. You need a place where you, your family, your friends, whoever, can rest their head at night, still be able to secure and defend this location, and still have a means for production. You being in the middle of the woods in some little bushcrafting shelter ain't it. Number two, there's still a lot of small items that you can add to a bag that don't take up that much weight, but yet will help you out for the longer term. Just like my bug out bag, if I were to leave my house, instead of taking a Mylar blanket, I'm taking a good sleeping bag. Yes, the sleeping bag's 50 times heavier, but it's made for longer term. It's made for extended stay. My bag still weighs less than 25 pounds. Having a small fishing or trapping kit is a great idea if your bug out location is compromised and you have to go somewhere else. Well, now you can still fish and trap. But having a tackle box attached in your bag that looks like something that the professionals would use, that's overkill. You don't need that. Your bug out bag should revolve around where you're going. Having items there beats you having to carry the said items. Now, it might be the thing where you have to buy extra food, extra ammo, and store up at a buddy's house or a friend's house just so you don't have to carry it. And that's fine. So I don't think that the bug out bag, as originated, is a failed concept. I think what it's became is a failed concept. When you search bug out bags, you do get more of the inch concept. This idea that you're going to take a bag and go to the middle of the woods and survive for the rest of your days. That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible concept. And that is where the bug out bag fails. Because the inch bag is just the big brother to the bug out bag. In your opinion, is the bug out bag a failed concept? If so, how can we make it better? Alright guys, that's all I got for today's video. T2 out.